Hello everyone, my name is Pukar Dhital. I'm an English instructor and today we're covering Grade 5 English. We're covering the reading comprehension of the chapter talking about picnic. So let's begin the class.
So let's start Unit 12, talking about picnic. Now observe the picture given here and let's see what's written here. Now, here are a number of people here shown in the picture, and written here are the words bread, butter, eggs, jam, firewood, kerosene, stove, cook, Saturday, Godavari picnic park. Now, every individual is saying something. Model, flute, pick-up points and time, cooking oil, vegetable spices, plate, spoon, glasses, cooking pots. So having read that, just an observation, a simple observation. It's an observation where I want you all to observe the picture. Okay. Now, having observed the picture, let's look at the questions they're asked here. What do you see in the picture? So what do you think you see in the picture here? You see a number of excited people in the picture, don't you? What are they doing? They are talking about, you can say they're talking about some kind of events. See? What are they doing in the picture? Now again, though it's pretty similar, what are they doing or what are they doing in the picture? They are listing down the required items necessary for the picnic, from food to cooking pots. See? And where are they going for the picnic? See, one of the men here, he says Saturday Godavari picnic park. So they are going to Godavari picnic park for the picnic. How are they going? Possibly they are possibly traveling by bus, because again, one of the students here seems to be saying pick up points and time. So obviously they will be picked up possibly by a bus. What might the other students suggest? They might have their own suggestions. Some of them might even have an idea of going there by a van, let's say, or on their own. Have you ever gone on a picnic? So that's entirely the question which you are supposed to answer. Where did you go? So again, it's I went to blah blah blah, right? Wherever the school had taken you, or wherever your family members perhaps had taken you. With whom did you go? So whom did you go with? All right, your family members, perhaps your friends. Did you enjoy the picnic? Again, entirely a personal question. Yes, I enjoyed the picnic. Do give a good reason why you think you enjoyed the picnic or why you did not enjoy the picnic. So make sure to give a good reason. Okay, so this is more likely. We observe the picture, we figure it out that okay, there are a bunch of people who are planning to go to a picnic, and they're all excited. They all have some suggestions. All right, they are saying something how they can make picnic effective, perhaps, and that's why. And after the observation, you are answering these questions which are asked here. Like, what do you see in the picture? What are they doing? What are they doing in the picture? All right, they're suggesting the name list of the required items, from food to cooking pots. So this is how you can answer these questions after observing the picture, of course. Let's continue further. Now here's a chant again, a very short poem. Observe the picture and write down what you notice. And remember, whatever you've noticed in your observation, you can write that down in your notebook. All right, and of course it does not have to be related to the chant, to the poem which I'm about to recite. Okay, just you can give your own view. You can be very descriptive with the writing. You can mention the cooks here who are seen here cooking something. You can mention the trees, the meadow, the bushes here, and the children enjoying here on the ground, and write it in your own words, of course. So observe the picture very carefully and write down what you notice, and whatever you've noticed, write down in one good paragraph. All right, so here's the number 2 chant. Picnic day is happy day. Happy day is holiday. Holiday is Saturday. Saturday is our picnic day. Ding dong, let's sing a happy song. Happy song and playful dance. Do not miss the pleasant chance. Okay, so this is how you read the chant, and of course do observe the picture given here. Now we have a very short passage here, and it's about Nagarkot. Okay, again, all right. So first of all, before we begin, I want you all to again observe the picture. Okay, what do you see in the picture? Observe carefully. It's entirely your observation. Okay, let me enlarge it. In fact, if you want to zoom in, so observe the picture very carefully and just write down what you see in the picture. And remember, whatever you write down, it does not have to be related to the passage which I'm about to read. Okay, so for now, just write it. What you see, what you observe in the picture in a notebook. Okay, now maybe you can take time for that. Maybe you can take 15 minutes time to write that down, or you can do that as your homework. observe the picture and write what you see in the picture. Okay, now once this is done, I come to this particular chapter, Nagarkot. Okay, Nepal is a beautiful country. It abounds in beautiful hills and mountains. The green hills and snow-clad mountains attract everybody. There are some important hilltops around the Kathmandu Valley. People go there to have nice views of other hills and mountains. From these places, one can see beautiful scenes and the sunrise. One of such places is Nagarkot Hilltop. It is a famous place. The place is about 19 km northeast of the Bhaktapur town. A single lane road connects it with Bhaktapur. The road has many bends. It runs through the fields and the patches of woods. We can drive up to the top of the hill in about an hour. Driving up the hill is exciting. The cool air and green view are really refreshing. There are some nice places which can be very good picnic spots. For this, some basic requirements have to be fulfilled. Pure drinking water is the most important one. There should be sunsets and places to prepare food and rest. The spots should be well guarded. So this is a very short and sweet passage about Nagarkot. Right, it's one of the hill station on the outskirts of Kathmandu. Okay, and like the passage described, it's beautiful, of course. Now, on the basis of the passage which I have read, match the words in column A with their meanings in column B. Okay, so here are the words. Okay, so let me give a numbering to this word. Let's say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here are the words, and its meaning is on the other side, is here in column B, under column B. Okay, so exciting, what does exciting means? And of course, to do this exercise, you definitely need the help of dictionary. Okay, so exciting, join, seeing, making fresh, connect, shelter from direct sunlight, refreshing, causing great interest, attract, view, shades, to draw attention. Now, exciting would mean, what do you think is exciting? Look at the dictionary and find out the meaning of exciting. And in case you already know, feel free to match. So exciting would mean, and because it's 1, we write here 1 next to it. Alright. So now we are in grade 5. Do not crisscross when you match the following. Alright. When you do it in a copy or in your notebook, you just write down number 1, give it a number, exciting, and write down causing great interest. Interest. See, this is how this work can be done. And of course, to learn the vocabulary words, you can also learn lot many vocabulary words. All right, I'm going to teach you a format, and you follow the same format, and you come across, or you'll find it very interesting to learn new words. Okay, so what you do is first you write down word. In this case, the word is, let's say, abounds. Now it's from the passage I had read earlier. And now once we know the word, we now write its meaning. So what do you think is the meaning of abound? Abound means be abundant or plentiful, exist in large quantities. Right? Once we know its meaning, we go for part of speech. Now part of speech is always given next to the word in the dictionary. Alright, in this case it's verb. And we go for, usually we come across 4 part of speeches here: verb, noun, adverb, or adjective. Okay, whenever we do this vocabulary words, and then we come to sentence from the book. Meaning, in what way is this word abounds used in the sentence? Now, if you look at the earlier passage that I read, you'll find that right in the very beginning, in the second sentence of the passage, you'll find the word abounds. So it says it abounds. Now, in case you might be wondering what it is, so that's why you can write down Nepal, because you see sentence must make sense. Nepal abounds in beautiful hills and mountains. And finally, you come to the last point, last title rather, my sentence or sentence of my own. Now here, you see, now the word abound comes right here. Nepal abounds in beautiful hills and mountains. Now my sentence, again in my sentence, you use the word. Now see, you already know the word. You also know its meaning. It's part of speech. You also know how the word is used in a sentence. Alright, now you can make sentence of your own. Like, in what way can you make a sentence out of the word abounds? So when you have to make a sentence of your own, you can take a time. Maybe you can take 5 minutes or maximum 5 minutes, up to 5 minutes or 3 minutes perhaps, to make sentence of your own on the word abound. Right, so in the meantime, let me make one. Let's say the lakes and rivers of Pokhara abound in fish. The lakes and rivers of Pokhara abound in fish. Okay, so this way you can follow this format to build up your vocabulary words. Now, answer the following questions. Number 1, or Roman I. How far is Nagarkot from Bhaktapur? Nagarkot, we use the same auxiliary. Nagarkot is about 19 kilometer from Bhaktapur. Nagarkot is about 19 kilometer from Bhaktapur. Now, number 2, very simple question. Is Nepal a beautiful country? How? Is Nepal a beautiful country? How? But don't give your own answer to this, okay? Be specific to the passage which I had read earlier. Is Nepal a beautiful country? How? So first you can write down, yes, Nepal, again the same auxiliary, is a beautiful country because it abounds in beautiful hills and mountains. The green hills and snow-clad mountains attract everybody. Yes, Nepal is a beautiful country because it abounds in beautiful hills and mountains. The green hills and snow-clad mountains attract everybody. Where is Nagarkot? Where is Nagarkot? What is exciting? And remember, don't end up writing the meaning of exciting. Read the passage and you'll find out a certain sentence there which talks about exciting. And again, of course, to know that, go back to what I had read earlier. Okay. Number 5. Why do people go to hilltops? So why is it that people go to hilltops or hill station? People go to hilltops because, of course, the answer, you can find it in the passage that I read earlier. And the last question. How can we make picnic spots? How can we make picnic spots? Alright, again, the last paragraph of the passage will help you write how can you make picnic spots. Alright, that we have to consider few things while making picnic spots. Okay, so these questions, of course, you can do it at home as your homework. Written at. So one of you can take the role of B, the other student can take the role of C. And again, once you're done, you can sit down and let the other student take the role of B, and again the other student should take the role of C. So this way at least 3 peers can participate here. Read and act. So you just take a book in your hand, stand up and act as if you're literally speaking these words. B. Excuse me, sir. C. Yes, I want a cup of coffee. B. Okay, sir. Do you want anything more? C. Let me see your menu. I want to eat something. B. Here it is, sir. Bring me a piece of cake, some egg, sandwich, and a plate of mixed vegetables. So, there you go. A very short and sweet conversation. Of course, this must have taken place in a restaurant, right? So, this you can certainly participate in the classroom. So, thank you very much. And if you have any queries, feel free to email us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thank you.